A young influencer. A brutal message. In Mali's heartland, jihadists strike again, and a nation trembles as the decade-old conflict refuses to relent. A TikTok influencer in Mali was shot dead in front of a crowd. Mariam Cissé, who is believed to have been in her 20s, was killed by suspected jihadists after being abducted on November 7th. According to Yahya Tandina, the mayor of Timbuktu region, at dusk the next day, the same men brought her back to Independence Square in Tonka and executed her in front of a crowd. Mariam Cissé often wore combat attire to post videos in support of the country's military to more than 100,000 followers on TikTok. No one has claimed a responsibility for the killing, but Jamaat Nusrat al-Islam wal Muslimin, a group linked to Al-Qaeda, is known to patrol Tonka, which is about 90 miles from Timbuktu.
This young woman simply wanted to promote her community through her TikTok posts and encourage the Malian army in its missions to protect people and their property.
The conflict in Mali began in 2012 when an uprising by Tuareg rebels was hijacked by jihadist groups linked to Al-Qaeda and later Islamic State. Violence spread southward as insurgents exploited local grievances, corruption and weak governance despite Western attempts to stabilize notably French-led interventions and a UN peace mission. The military took control of the country in back-to-back coups in 2020 and 2021, after which relationships with the West strained further. Later, the group expelled French and UN forces, accusing them of interfering over human rights issues, and grew closer to Russia and the infamous Wagner mercenaries. The army has failed to end the insurgency despite promises to improve security, and tensions have developed within its ranks. The jihadists have tightened control over key supply routes from neighbouring Côte d'Ivoire, Mauritania and Senegal. Fighters from JNIM have imposed a fuel blockade since September, crippling transport and leaving hospitals struggling, and the government has been forced to shut down schools indefinitely. In Bamako and other cities, queues stretch for miles for increasingly costly fuel and food. France, the US, Germany and Italy have issued warnings to their citizens to leave Mali urgently on commercial flights, saying the roads around the capital are unsafe. Although the government is holding on for now, analysts and observers say the fall of the regime is likely within weeks or months. In a statement on Sunday, the African Union expressed deep concern over the rapidly deteriorating security situation in Mali, calling for urgent international coordination and intelligence sharing to help the junta restore stability. The worsening insecurity has led to a spike in kidnappings. 5 Indian workers were abducted last Thursday near Kobri in western Mali. On Sunday, JNIM claimed responsibility for the abduction of 3 Egyptian nationals and demanded $5 million to release them.